Okay, this is where we start all of our videos, right here at the Shell Station at Castle Rock. This road out in front goes right to the Mount St. Helens. That's where we're going to go. The road behind us is I-5. It's back that away. I don't know exactly if you're seeing it, but you can always get whatever you need here at the Shell Station. They make great burgers. We'll check back later. Here we go. Sign. We are going to Coldwater Lake at the base of Mount St. Helens. It's like 43 miles. Way to Coldwater Lake on Mount St. Helens. We're probably about 20 miles away. Beautiful. This is a very beautiful drive. The road is very smooth. Lots of room. Hardly any traffic. You can't beat the views. So we are at the Elk Rock viewpoint. There's Mount St. Helens. There's Elk Rock. And in the distance is Mount Adams. See that up there? Anyway, we're 10 miles from the lake. And what a view, huh? I suppose if you stood here long enough, you could probably see some wild animals up there on Elk Rock. Okay, let's get back in the truck. All right. here at 3,705 foot in elevation at Elk Rock Viewpoint, Mount St. Helens. Okay, well, we finally made it out here to Coldwater Lake, Mount St. Helens. I just launched a few minutes ago. I'm 200-300 yards from the boat launch. If you see the boat launch over there, if you bear me make it out, let's see if I can zoom in on that. Boat launch. Right there. There's the boat launch right there. There's that boardwalk is over there. The observatory you can't see, but it's up on this ridge up here. I'll probably have a look at it later, but right now, and it's 38 feet deep, 53-degree water. Let's see, there's the boat launch, there's the boardwalk, and check that out right there. That's what everybody wants to see, is Mount St. Helens, right there. Now this lake is called Coldwater Lake, and it was not here before the mountain blew. So the mud flows flowed in here in this little valley somehow and dammed it up and turned it into a lake. It's supposed to be pretty deep. I haven't found any deep spots yet, but isn't that a beautiful shot as you're fishing? We're at about 3,500 feet above sea level. It's Thursday. It's a beautiful day. And look, there's nobody here. There's one little boat over there. Nobody at the docks. Okay, so this is Coldwater Lake. It's a selective gear fishing rules. Selective gear is, well, fly fishing is probably the preferred method here, and it's catch and release. Unless you catch one, you can keep one fish over 18 inches per person per day, but it has to be over 18 inches. So that's a pretty good sized fish on a fly line. But you can use a spinning reel, and that's what I'm using. And it is, as long as you have barbless hook. The book says you can use up to 3 hooks, but I only use 1 hook. I've got a kind of an artificial fly on. I'm trolling top water for the most part. I got a little banana weight on there, but I think I'm fishing in the top, 10 to 15 foot range with what I have on. You can, they don't want you to use those kind of fishing nets that have all the knots in them. They want you to use one of these silicone ones like this, because the fish don't get hung up in these things right here. And this lake is trolling motor. You cannot use a combustible engine. You have to use an electric trolling motor if you want to be powerized on this lake. I'm using the Motor Guide XI3, I believe, 13. I'm not sure. XI3. It's got pinpoint GPS, spot lock, routes. It charts the contours of the bottoms of the lake if you so desire. And it's supposed to give me my speed on my little deal here, but it's not. For some strange reason, it's not. Oh, you can only fish with one pole, no matter what. If you have two pole endorsements, you cannot use two poles in this one. And I think that's the meaning of selective gear. It's not, you can't use like worms, bait, things like that. You have to use artificial lures with no bait, no scent, no nothing, just a lure. That's it. So, you know, it's a little bit, well, I should say it's a little more difficult to catch fish like that, but it's also more sporting. When you do catch a fish, you feel like you've accomplished something. So anyway, let's get one more look at this cool mountain here. If you look kind of to the left, that's the opening right there. If we were over to the right a little bit more, you can see down in there. It's June 6th or 7th, I do believe, and we still got a fair amount of snow on the mountain up there. So, temperature out today is like, gosh, I'd say it's like mid-70s. Gorgeous. Now the boat's going to swing around here in a minute, and we're going to be looking down the lake. And here is this island over here. This island, supposedly, that is actual chunk of rock that used to be part of Mount St. Helens. And that big old island, during the blast, it was thrown here. That's how violent this is. And we're, you know, we're still a good ways away from the actual mountain. You can't get that close nowadays. So. But man, can you imagine that island right there? Let's see if I can zoom in on it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Big old chunk of rock come hurtling through the air and landed right there. You can only imagine the force. Well, anyhow, I'm gonna turn this camera off and get to fishing. I don't have a pole, and I gotta sit there and hold this thing, and I don't want to. So we're signing off for now. If I catch a fish, I'll turn it back on. St. Helens. That's the blast side. See where it ran down. If I can hold this thing still. There we go. That's the blast right there. Look to the middle of the screen. Peak is right there. Just got done fishing. Had a couple of good strikes, but I didn't bring anything in the boat, so I'm not taking anything home. We just pulled out of the boat launch a few minutes ago, drove up the road a mile, pulled in here. We're going to check all of our trailer stuff, and just happened to pull in and saw this beautiful picture. Thought I'd get it on camera. So anyhow, there you go. Mount St. Helens at its best.